I wanted to talk about this because I was at work and I was in a conversation, and there was this guy who was talking about his relationship, right? And just from how he was expressing himself and what he was going through, he knew Shorty wasn't it. And they've been going out, they've been together for a few months now, and it's just everything he was talking about as far as with her, it was like he just knew there was no future with her, right? So as he keeps talking and talking and talking, and speaking on things of like, I'm the prize, speaking in a manner as if she's lucky to have him, right? So as he kept talking and talking, this question just keep coming to my head. Why are you still with her then? And really, it just made me feel sad, because I'm like, dang, there's really people out here who would really stay in a relationship and know that that person ain't it. Do you not view your time as valuable? Because you are wasting your time, because you already know this ain't it. Or you already see the signs that y'all aren't compatible, or y'all don't compliment one another. Where your self-love at? And again, I was someone who, and I'm still working on it, but I was someone who, I didn't like who I was. I did not like who I saw in the mirror. I was trying to be someone else, hang around different crowds so I could be cool, yada, yada, yada. But you really got to check where your self-love is at, because why would you stick around in a situation like this? Do you not feel like you're valuable? You just, like, you're saying you're the prize, yet you are settling in a relationship, and you know you're settling. If you love yourself, why would you settle? Especially knowing that you're settling. You know what I'm saying? So it was just wild. It was just wild, but it was a good conversation that me and him had. It really just made me think about this, and I felt like I needed to speak on and really telling people, get your self-love in order. And that leads me to this, right? Mark chapter 12, verse 31. This is Jesus speaking on the commandments. And Jesus says, and the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is no other commandment greater than these. The first commandment was, loving God with all your heart, all your soul, your mind, your strength. The Nfluence merch is out. The link gonna be in the description. So y'all go ahead and go check that out. Cop some merch, support the brand. And let's just keep building this thing, building this community. Share. Like, subscribe, and all of that. Put your people on, because this is for you and yours. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And I also spoke about this in a previous video that I did, that y'all should go check out. Speaking again, talking about singleness and talking about self-love. This verse tells me, like, yo, self-love is the prerequisite. And I said that in the last video. It's like, yo, like, how you love you is how you're gonna love your partner. And what you lack for you is what you will lack for your partner. So for me, for example, I'm not the most patient person in the world. So because I don't have patience for myself, I'm not gonna have that same type of patience for my girl. But don't worry, we working. We working. You're not gonna be able to practice everything, loving yourself, just isolated. There are gonna be things in a relationship, and I'm gonna get to that later on, that a relationship will expose to you about yourself. And the reason I say what you lack for yourself, you will lack for them, is because you've never practiced it on yourself. You don't have it for you, so you don't have the habit of doing it. So that now when it comes to a situation when you're with your partner, it's just a part of you, it's just how you do it. A good indicator for your self-love is by looking at what it is you tolerate in people and how they treat you. And if you really think about it, right, the people you be in relationships with, especially in toxic ones, the ones that are no good, unhealthy, they just not it. Why would you tolerate disrespect? Why would you tolerate cheating, someone lying all the time? Why would you tolerate physical or mental abuse? It just doesn't make sense. The only conclusion could be, how do you view yourself? Because for someone to always do these things to you in a relationship, there's a specific way that you see yourself as. You don't see yourself as worthy of greater. Because people who view themselves highly, they're not gonna tolerate that. They'll just throw the deuces and vamoose, they gone. That's just what it is. Why? Because you have set a standard for yourself. This is who I am, this is what I expect in a relationship. Yo, I'm out. I'm not gonna settle. So like I said earlier in the video, I was gonna speak on, like, for me, right? My girl, she showed me that I still had self-love work to do by telling me, you don't really express what it is you want. So there will come times, oh, what do you want to eat? I mean, it don't matter to me, whatever you want to do. Let's go do something today. What you want to do? I'm with whatever. What you want to do? Like, I'm constantly throwing it back to her. Like, yo, you make the decision or whatever. Like, it is like that. A specific day came and she I guess, you know, she was irritated about it, and then she just told me straight up. She's like, yo, you don't speak on what it is you want. I want to know what you want to do. I want to know where you want to eat. I want to know that type of stuff. And, you know, she said it in a very loving manner, but when the truth is given to you, the truth hurt. But it really showed me, like, dang, I really don't. I always say that. Yeah, what you want to eat? I'll eat whatever you want. I always throw it back to her. But why is that? It's because in my past, I've always looked to do for people more than for myself. And so I felt like my feelings, my things were invalidated. What I wanted to do, I'll give it up. I'll easily sacrifice what it is I want for somebody else. What you want to do matters too. You know, I just always been a guy to look for someone else's approval, or for, you know, in relationships, is my partner happy? What's gonna make them happy? How can I serve them? And I don't think about me in the process. I would think my reward is their happiness. But nah, it's like, what do you want? You know what you want, say what you want. I really just think we all need to take our seasons of singleness very, like, don't look at it as a struggle. Don't look at it as no fun or whatever. Just really learn yourself and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Because how you move in that season is the setup for the next. Proverbs 23 verse 7. Basically saying that as a man thinketh, so is he. As he thinks in his heart, so is he. And that particular verse has always stuck with me. It left its impact on me from taking it literally. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. What you think about yourself, how you view yourself, will be how you conduct yourself. If I don't feel like I'm the best at what it is I do, I'm gonna move like I'm not the best. If I'm not confident in who I am, if I wasn't confident in the things I said, y'all would see it on camera. And really, this is just for y'all to go home and think about in ways that y'all look at yourselves as less than. But when you view yourself as little, you will move like little. You think you're not enough, if you don't think you're worthy to be loved, and all of that type of stuff, you're gonna move like that, and then you may attract the wrong things. That particular verse has just always stuck out to me, and kind of reminds me, like, yo, you need to check what it is you believe about yourself and put the work in to change how you view yourself. Because that's going to bleed into the things that you touch. Your work, your relationships, your family, your friends, things like that. That's my advice, man. Before dating, put the work in to better yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the red pill community and all this other stuff, men is going to tell you, this is speaking to men right now, they're going to tell you get your bread up and get further in your career and look a particular way. But I would advise, I mean, obviously you want to be able to get your money right so that you can date. But I still think people make high value to mean status and money. But who are you inside? That matters. And I think during your seasons of singleness, instead of running around chasing women or ladies, instead of y'all running around chasing men or trying to attract men, get right with the Lord and get right with yourself. That's why I do these videos, trying to get us to understand. You build your relationship with God and learn to love yourself, then, you know, put the work in to build a beautiful relationship. The influence is going to be impactful in a good way. God is going to show you who you are in him and show you that you're valuable to him. You're going to love yourself. Now you're setting the standard for your relationships and what you expect from your partner and things like that. You're not going to tolerate no bull job. That's how we get caught up in these toxic relationships. If you get these 3 things wrong, the influence is not going to be good. You're going to set a chain of attracting the wrong company, things like that. And that could get into, now when you bring kids into the picture, now you got no good partners influencing your kids. I know I'm just ranting, but these 3 things, if we get these 3 things in order, I believe our impact will be good. I say this because this is the process that I'm in. This is the stuff that I've come to realize throughout my life. Learning who God was, because that's really what the cycle, what the process was for me. I got a girl broke up with me. I started opening up the Word, learning who God was, learning my relationship with Him, how He viewed me, and coming to love Christ. Then after that, I started realizing I don't love me. Lord, help me to love me. Help me to value myself. And from then on, now, obviously in the process, I've met women, but it was still a thing where I need to still learn to love myself. Ain't nobody else gonna do it for me. So, and then boom, now I'm in a relationship that I feel is fulfilling and has everything that I've been looking for. So that's my advice. Learn to love yourself before you get out here in these streets and run into something that you don't need. You feel me? So y'all leave y'all thoughts in the comments, man. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Share. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Put your people on. This for you and yours. And as I said before, this is the Nfluence channel. The merch. And I'm gonna have some merch coming soon. So make sure y'all check the link in the description. Man, so hope y'all enjoy it. Prayerfully you on path for what God has in store for you. And getting to know Him. Y'all stay up. Stay blessed. Peace and love.